Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. Welcome to our Saturday live question and answer class. Please feel free to put your questions in the chat at any time, and I'll answer them for you. At the start today, I want to talk about a couple of phrases and questions. These were some viewer requests looking at how we link and connect. So we'll focus a little bit on fluent speech at the start of class. And of course, your questions can be about pronunciation, fluent speech, intonation, whatever would be most helpful for you in improving your American English and American accent. So the first question was about the phrase have fun, and they wanted to know whether or not we could drop the f sound in have fun, have fun. So if I say this as two separate words, have fun, there's a break in between, but naturally when we're speaking, we don't usually break between words and we link where we can. Because the v of have and the f of fun are made in the same place in the mouth, the only difference between the v sound and the f sound, v and f, is that for v, my voice is on, have, and for f, fun, my voice is off. My lips, teeth, tongue, all of those things, the articulatory position is exactly the same. So when I say have fun, I'm basically saying one sound that starts as a voiced v and ends up being an unvoiced or voiceless f. Have fun, have fun. So I don't need to stop, have, break, and say fun, restart, have fun, have fun. If anything drops, it's almost that the v sound drops a little bit. Have fun, have fun. But I would say that v sound is still there, mostly in that I'm holding my vowel ha longer. So if I just did it with an F, have fun, you can hear how that would sound a little bit more like half of the fun, half fun. So have fun, have fun. It's not that I'm doing have with a strong V, it's that I'm holding my a sound longer. So when I say half, the a is short. When I say have, the a sound is long. That's a typical difference between voiced and voiceless N sounds. I've talked about that in a number of videos, and I cover that in detail in my Sounds of English course, so that you can recognize the difference between the f and the v has more to do with the vowel than the consonant sound. So in have fun, we're stressing on fun. My have vowel is going to be short, my V is going to be weak, and my F is going to be strong. Have fun. I hope you have fun this weekend. I hope you have fun watching the video. Okay, great. And then for our next question, we had the viewer wanted to know about two questions. What did you do versus what do you do? And both of these are stressed on the word do, which means the first part, what did you and what do you, end up linked and reduced. So let's look at how those link and reduce and how these two phrases sound different. In what did you do, we tend to not do what did, but rather whatted. So this T gets flapped and it's connected to this D, so it sounds like what did you do? And then we have an option of either what did you do with an oo or what did you do? So this can be a you or a ya. It's going to be fast though. What did you do? And do is going to be stretched. What did you do? Versus what do you do? Because my oo doesn't get reduced, I have the same kind of what do. In this case, I'll do more of a stopped T here, not whatted with the flap, but what do, stopped D, or stopped T and then a released D. So it sounds like what do you do? What do you do? So I can either use ya or you here. I think often when we have the do, we stick with you. What do you? But it's okay to use a ya. What do you do? I think when we have these oohs here, though, we tend to stick with ooh throughout. What do you do? What do you do? So what do you do? What did you do? Yeah, okay. So obviously past tense and present tense, that's the difference in meaning there. How they sound, they do sound similar, but a little bit of difference between the how we say the what and how we link to the next word starting with D. Okay, great. So if you're interested in reductions and linking, you can check out my Fluent Speech playlist. And also a lot of our short videos are now quick practice videos for Fluent Speech. We also have an online course. Our Real Talk course covers the difference between the written words and spoken language, using common everyday phrases taught like this, as well as teaching you how to use TV and movies to imitate and hear connected speech and begin to use that for more fluent speech yourself. That's our Real Talk course, and you can find it on our website, speechmodification.com. Okay, I'll turn to your questions now. If you're watching this live, please feel free to put your questions in at any time. Or if you're watching later on, you can leave a question in the comments and I'll get back to you with a response and cover your question in a future video. Okay, we have a question about the Y in yet, pronounced like the J in jet. Did you see it yet? Did you see it yet? Did it happen yet? I can't think of a time where yet would sound like jet. Sometimes when we say something like, did you, people will align the d and the y sounds. Letter Y has this symbol for the y sound, so don't be confused with the j sound. And instead of did you, they'll do did you. So it'll sound like, it'll sound up more like did you. So the y does change to a j after a d. So that might have been what you heard here. If there was a word that ended with a d before the word yet. I'm trying to think of a phrase that would have yet after a d. Did yet. So it's possible with like the word did or need ahead of time that you would hear kind of a j-ification of the y sound. That's the only context where I could think that would be appropriate. But you can always just keep it the y sound with a y. Did yet, did jet. So that's the context that tends to happen, and we hear it a lot with the word you. Did you? Both are okay. It's kind of a strange change as we connect and link a D to a Y sound. Okay, very good. We have a question about the word gull. So for the word gull, we have the sound, a stressed schwa, and there's not a lot of words that have that plus the L, and so it's unusual because other words like bull or pull have the vowel. This one has the vowel. So what I would suggest is first say a word that doesn't have the L, like gut or gun, so that you get that sound and then change to the gull. You can also try doing just so thinking of this vowel as sounding like and then add your L, gull. The back of my tongue stays down and the front lifts to finish the L of gull. It's a case where we don't need a lot of vowel to vowel linking because that dark L just naturally has a schwa in front of it. So you might say, I'm trying to think of, you might just say gut, gull, gun, gull. You want to match those two vowels, that sound in gull. It's not easy. Definitely an unusual combination of letters and sounds for English. Thank you for that request. Okay, we have a question about the word doctoral, and you're right, people do stress the second syllable. So even though we have doctor as first syllable stress, doctor or doctor, it's a flap. In doctoral, it has second syllable stress, which also means that we'll say a true T here rather than in doctor, where it's more of that flap T. We'll have doctoral. He's a doctoral candidate. He has a doctoral degree. It just changes the rhythm and stress, which changes how we pronounce both the or, because in doctor, the letters OR say in doctoral, it's stressed, so the letters OR say or, and we have a true T like the word tore. He tore the paper. He tore his doctoral dissertation. Yeah, very good. You heard that correctly, and that was a good question. Thank you. Okay, we have a question about the word pronouncing R at the ends of words, such as mother and father. Okay, so both of those words have THER. So other words like this, other, either, neither, together, that combination of THER might be challenging for you. The other thing to notice is that wherever we have letter R in English, 99% of the time we're going to say the sound. We're not ever going to leave it off. In British English, mother, father, they have an sound for the In American English, it's always that tight sound. So a couple things that can help you. First of all, if you just have trouble doing ER at the ends of words in general, use the R at the beginning of words to help you. So you're going to say red, mother, red, mother, red. So you can use that R in red to help you put the R on mother, mother, red. Then you're going to just slowly drop that red, mother, red, mother. So you're thinking as though you're going to say the word red. In your mind, you're thinking of that R so that this R finishes, mother, red. And you can use that initial R to help you with the final R, if that's what's giving you trouble. Or if it's the fact that it's a THER that's giving you trouble, start with the and build from the back. So you would say their father, their mother, their other, for example. And noticing that when I do their, the back of my tongue is ready for that sound, just as the tip of the tongue sneaks forward to do the sound. So the is forward and the is back. But if I start with the TH, there, and then I have to pull back into the it ends up sounding distorted, or it's hard to get into that R position. If I'm already ready with the and then I just sneak the tongue forward for the TH, there, you might find that an easier combination to make rather than the cumbersome move from the TH to the R starting with TH. So that's my strategy. I do have a video for each of these words, as well as a video talking about THER words and a video talking about using that initial R to help with the final R. You can find all of those here on the channel, as well as in our Sounds of English course. I go through a lot of details for both the R and the TH sounds and the combination of those difficult sounds, because those are challenging for most non-native speakers. Definitely a good question. Thank you so much. Okay. We have yes. So Jorge is saying that dictionaries put the accent on the first syllable, doctoral. Okay, so maybe you can also do, instead of doctoral, you can do doctoral. I haven't seen that. I'll verify in dictionary, but the way I learned it and the way I've heard it is doctoral rather than doctoral. So it would change the stress pattern. Okay, thank you. Welcome, everybody. It's nice to see so many of you here. Do feel free to ask your questions at any point. You can write them in the chat, and I'll make sure to cover them for you. We'll take a few more, and then we'll be wrapping up for the day. So we have a question about amaze versus amaze. So these are the same sounds, but if I'm saying amaze, I'm going to be really very reduced and short, and it's going to be more linked together. So it will amaze you, amaze, versus I saw a maze. Pretty much the same. Just depends on where in the sentence it's going to be used. This is always going to be a schwa and then an a with the stress on maze. Just it's going to depend on how we use it in the sentence, but the pronunciation is the same. Same with your other requests, adore and appear. That word we're frequently just using the unstressed schwa for that word. It's also a good way to think of if you have difficulty saying things like appear or amaze, to say just the stress part, maze, amaze, for the ones that are a single word. Very good. Okay. Let's talk a little bit more about fluency and connected speech. So in both words where we have the word stress as well as sentences, we're looking at stretching on the stressed part and going quickly on the unstressed parts of the word or the sentence. So both in a word like, let's see, there's a door. There's a door there. Here, our stress is going to be on the word door. It's the content word that comes nearest the end. So the word there and the word those are more structure, grammar words. So I'm going to hear there's a door there. I'm going to hear da 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 da. That these words go by quickly. And if I use the verb adore, I adore her. Same thing. The word adore is stressed, and within that word, the stress falls on door. So I adore her. There's a door there. So again, recognizing that within a word and within a sentence, in a sentence we have a stressed word. If it has more than one stressed syllable, we're going to stress on the stressed syllable of that word. Here there's just one syllable, so I'm just stretching on door. In the phrase I adore her, adore is the word that's stretched, and we stress on the stressed syllable. So the of adore is very fast as well. Okay. We have a question about the word tolerance, and whether it's an a vowel or an o vowel. So tolerance has the a vowel. Most typically when we have the letter O in a stressed syllable, most of the time it's going to say the a vowel, like in hot or not. So it's going to sound like tolerance. So either tolerance or tolerance. They're the same. We're just linking between the vowel and the R there. In the IPA, you'll see it as first syllable stress, tolerance. So my tolerance for that is waning. I hope I have enough tolerance to make it through the day. Very good. Yeah, excellent. Thank you for that question. Okay, we have a question about the word partying. So people often ask about the word party because they have trouble doing that R and making a difference between like party and potty, for example. So thinking about it for partying, it's like par-de-ing. And as I move from the E to the ing, I have a little y sound that naturally happens there. It's called vowel to vowel linking. When I move from an E vowel to another vowel, there's going to be a little glide y that happens. So the IPA would be partying. You'd see a T in the dictionary. They use it, we say it more like a flap, so it does sound more like a D, party. And then in the dictionary, you're not going to see that y sound there. They're just going to put the E and the I. But as we glide between those two, we have that gliding sound. So partying. They are partying on the weekend. There's too much partying on the campus. Very good. I hope that helps you with that word. Thank you for that request. Okay, it's great to see so many of you here today. Thank you for coming, attending the class, for checking out our videos throughout the week. If you have a question that I didn't cover today, feel free to leave that in the comments and I can cover it in a future video. And we'll be back again with another live class next Saturday. Tomorrow is Special Sunday, so we'll have a longer video that you can check out. I think our topic tomorrow is an advanced intonation class. Monday, we have our mini Mondays with shorts focusing on fluency or other quick fixes for you, quick practice. Wednesdays, we have our Word Wednesday classes, which is our old traditional word of the day class, looking at the pronunciation of a word that someone has requested. And on Fridays, we have our Fluency Fridays, where we're focused on fluent connected speech. So that way you get a well-rounded week from the channel, covering lots of different topics for pronunciation, intonation, fluency, and American accent. Do feel free to leave questions and comments on this video or any of my videos. And thank you so much to those of you who have joined as channel members. I truly appreciate your support. It's a wonderful way to support the channel and get some extra perks and bonuses. So thank you for that. Thanks also to my subscribers. I just love seeing the channel grow, seeing your support, and your questions and comments help decide what we cover in these classes as well as in our weekly and daily videos. As I mentioned earlier, we have many free resources on our website, speechmodification.com, as well as some inexpensive online courses if you want to go a little deeper on some of these topics. Also, much of the same content is covered in our playlists on the channel as well. I do recommend going to the channel page, and you can use the playlists. You can also scroll across and go to the search box, type in your word or your question, and videos related to that will pop up. If you can't find what you're looking for, though, do leave me a comment and I'll direct you to resources here on the channel as well as on our website. Thanks so much for being a part of class today, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's Special Sunday class. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Thanks for being here today.